Hey guys, welcome to Tiny Kitchen. Today we are going to make chicken Marsala. So I'm going to turn the pan on to medium and I'm going to put some olive oil in the pan, or as Rachel Ray likes to call EVOO. I don't know, whatever. I just have her stuff. I don't really like her. But anyway, this is her thing, that's why. Okay, so I'm going to put that in there. I put just like maybe a tablespoon, like to cover the bottom. I don't really use measurements and directions, but I'll kind of give you, let me wash my hands and get my apron on. I'll give you the measurements as we go. But, okay. How's everybody doing? It's been a while since I had a Tiny Kitchen episode. Work has been crazy. Can't really talk about that too much, or I might just get fired. So let me wash my hands. And we're going to cut up some chicken. Here's my towel I have. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I like to have thinly sliced chicken, which I didn't buy this time, so I'm just going to kind of cut it down. But as soon as my oil gets hot, what I'm going to do is the sliced mushrooms. I'm going to put those in there to saute those a while, which I'm just going to turn my heat up because I don't feel like making a really long episode. I do not put them in there until, like, you can smell the oil. I don't know if you know what that means, but like you can smell when it starts to get hot. So I'm just going to kind of fillet this down to make it a nice thin cutlet. And one is, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to cut that extra fat off of there. And then let me do the second one. Cut that extra fat off. Don't really do this with a sharp knife if you're not used to it, because you could slice right through your hand. That probably wouldn't be good for your Tiny Kitchen episode, huh? Okay, let me get rid of that. That one's not too... Wish I would have cut that one down a little. Let me just cut it a little. Alright, doesn't have to be perfect because you're just going to eat it, right? Alright, they're nice and thin enough. Okay, so I'm going to throw this out. I have a cut on my finger that really hurts. Okay, my oil may have gotten a little bit too hot now. Let me wash my hands with the chicken. Alright, so I'm going to put my mushrooms in to let them saute a little bit. And then I'm going to give them a little salt and pepper. The salt will make them like sweat down. And while they are sauteing, we are going to, I think I need to turn my heat down a little to medium. We are going to dredge the chicken into some flour. So I just put maybe, I don't know, half a cup, 3/4 a cup of flour on here. And we're gonna, you can salt and pepper it if you want while you're doing this, but I like to do it once I get it in the pan. So just do that with each piece of chicken. And then what that will do is once you get your sauce, like your Marsala and your chicken broth in the pan, this flour will loosen up onto the sauce, and then that's what makes your thickening agent to your Marsala. So a lot of people are very intimidated by chicken Marsala, but it's like the easiest thing to make. Really. It's no different than if you were making like chicken cutlets where you bread them and fry them. It's really not any different. It just, I guess it, because it's such a thing that people usually buy in the restaurants, it intimidates them into making it at home. I have made it for years and years and years and years. My kids both make it. My daughter's very good at making it. I like to make chicken picante because instead of using chicken broth, I'm going to use Marsala wine and chicken broth for Marsala. If you did picante, you can use the Marsala and lemon juice. That's my favorite. But my husband doesn't like the lemon as much. All right, get rid of that. Let me give these a stir so I don't burn them. Okay, so I have my chicken. What I'm going to do is take my, you can use chicken broth out of a can or, carton or whatever, but I have bouillon cubes, so I'm just going to add a little bit of water to it. So I'm going to put these, whoops, got my apron stuck on the thing. I swear I got these new contacts that have like bifocals, but I don't know, they're like, I still need readers if I want to read. Like I feel like it's that, I don't know, maybe I have the wrong prescription. Maybe I need to find an eye doctor that knows what they're doing. Hit me up if you do. Because the one I have is like, Pearl or whatever, they're fly-by-night. Never seems to be the same eye doctor every time I go somewhere. All right, so you're supposed to use 1 cube to 1 cup of water, but I don't really think it makes enough flavor, so I'm just going to put a cup of water in here for 2. I might not use the whole cup. I'm going to put it in the microwave and heat it up so my cubes melt. Okay, so my mushrooms are cooking. I have my chicken filleted up here. I'm gonna actually, I think what I'm gonna do is take my mushrooms out and put my chicken in to cook it a little bit, and that way I'll put the mushrooms back in. I don't want them to overcook. They smell good. Okay. So I'm going to put my chicken in here to brown up. Saute, whatever. I'm using the big pan so that I can kind of get all of them in at once. Alright, I just dumped my extra flour in there. And then I'm going to salt and pepper. I need to turn that up just a little bit. And then I'm going to salt and pepper it. And I'm just going to let it cook a little in that. What the heck? Oh. So as you see, I cooked these mushrooms down a little bit. Like if I wouldn't have put the salt in, they wouldn't have kind of broken down quite as quickly. So that's why I just don't want to overcook them, because I like fresh mushrooms. And when fresh mushrooms are cooked to death, then there's no taste left whatsoever. So let me grab my